Reality. Reality receipts.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley. We are back with a super special treat for you guys today. We keep telling you about this Mary Cosby interview, and we finally get to release it today with our Salt Lake City recap, which was a really good episode. Went places I was not expecting. So I feel like everything Mary told us makes even more sense now. So if you stick to the end, that's where we'll have our Mary interview. We're a little crazy busy today getting ready for BravoCon. I leave in less than 48 hours. So I just got my lashes done. Ricky's off to get her nails done. We're like, well, we have like 4 podcasts to do. When are we going to do it?
We're a
Yeah.
mess over here. Eyelashes, nails, spray tans, hair, flights.
Yeah.
Like, it's just chaotic.
It's like I have months to prepare for something, but then as it comes up, I'm like, I didn't do nothing. And now I got one day to do everything. So we don't know what we're wearing. We don't know what we're doing. Don't know how we're getting there. Well, we are flying, hopefully, but we'll
Yeah.
see what happens. So
Yeah.
I think everything's been pretty good with the our flights, but we'll
Yeah.
see. I don't want to jinx it, so knock
Yeah.
on wood. But
Yeah.
very excited to see you. We've only spent like 3 hours together in person so far, so this will be the longest time we've actually been
Yeah.
together. So
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna
I
be fun.
feel like you guys, like, it's like, you're like, I know people wonder, like, "Oh, is it weird when you guys see each other in person?" It's like, no. Like,
No.
we talk so much. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, she's one of the people I'm closest to. Like, we talk so much, we text so much that, like, and I talk to her every single day. So it's like, when
Yeah.
we're in person, it's like the same as, like, this, you know? So
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah, and I was saying it'll be so nice to have time because we obviously are gonna go for some dinners and stuff. And I'm like, usually we're so busy that we're like, I
No.
want to tell you about this, but we don't have time. We got to talk about something else. So I'm like, we actually will have time to just talk about life
Yeah.
and non-pod stuff, but we'll probably still talk mostly about
Yeah,
pod
we've
stuff
got
too. So
Ashley's got our itinerary lit. We going to Boa, STK, Nobu. We gonna be so fancy.
I'm one of those planning travelers. So I'm
Yeah,
giving Ricky, I got the reservations. This is the time. We have time to get here and there. And so I got it all organized for her,
yeah.
which I'm sure
I'm
you
so
love.
thankful too. 'Cause I'm just like, I don't know. Let's just go on vibes and a hope. She's like, no, where do you want to go right now? I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's actually really good. I've had it before. Yeah, so
That's why we're a good combo. Because if we were both like planners, I think we would drive each other crazy. And if neither of us planned, we'd also not like get stuff done. So we're like a good combo of like vibes and plans. And it all comes together of like nothing too much on one side, right? It's
right,
a perfect mix. So
absolutely. Yeah, it's a
we're
perfect.
good. We're a good duo. But
Yeah.
those are the plans. But also, you never know. It's
You
Vegas, right?
you never
So
know what happens in Vegas, like, I'm telling you, like, especially with just, like, 2 girls, you never know what can happen, like, where the night will take you, so we're gonna keep you guys posted, we're gonna take you guys with us to BravoCon. Again, if you have any questions or anybody specifically that you want us to talk to, let us know
yeah.
because 'cause we're ready to get the tea for you guys.
Yes. Let us know what kind of tea we should get. And I feel like there's a lot to ask after this episode. What did you think about? Well, should we just start from the beginning
Yeah,
or do you
let's
have any
start from the
general
beginning. It's a
thoughts?
crazy, crazy episode. I was like, "What in the
Yeah.
what is happening?" Like, I'm actually confused what went down because people are standing so firm in their stance, but we'll get
Hmm.
there because I need to
Yeah.
know your thoughts on. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we started back on the yacht and
Do
they
you feel like
threw,
they've been on this yacht for 40 days and 40 nights? Like, it feels like they've been
yeah.
on here forever.
Yes, because I think this is like the 3rd or 4th episode of it, right? So
Yeah,
it feels like even though it was probably like 2 or 3 days to them, it feels like it's been like weeks and weeks for us.
yeah,
So
yeah.
did you notice that they were very sweaty? Because I think I heard, I didn't watch it, but they also did a below deck episode with them,
Uh-huh.
like a crossover.
Oh,
And so
uh-huh.
I think on that episode they had more of like the crew and what was happening behind the scenes, and apparently the air conditioners broke. And so that's why Bronwyn slept outside, and because the rooms were nasty, and if you see them, they all look a little drenched, a little
Yeah,
sweaty. So
yeah. I
not
would be pissed.
ideal.
I would be pissed if you're spending, well, we don't know. I'm sure the network paid for it, but like all this money on this like yacht and then the air goes out and like we're in the heat
Yeah.
and we're miserable. Absolutely not. That's when I would have to pull out my Karen, like, like get
Right?
off this boat.
We'd see Ricky go off in the little dinghy just going off to the shore.
Yeah, I'd have to be in the water nonstop. Like
Yeah.
that seems miserable, you know?
I mean, I don't think they would go to these lengths, but it would be funny if they, like, did it on purpose, like, cut the air conditioning because they wanted them to be, like, agitated and angry and have all these fights.
Yeah.
So, that would be a funny because it's hard to fight on a yacht. Like, what is there to
Yes.
complain about,
What
right?
is there to
So,
complain about? Literally.
maybe it was on purpose, but I don't know if they'd do that to the crew. That'd be kinda mean. So,
Yeah.
Bronwyn threw, Brittany's Jared unicorn into the water. So, do you think that
Yeah.
was mean or
I do
called
think
for?
it was mean. It was technically Meredith that threw it. It was
Oh,
Bron's
right, right, right.
idea.
Bronwyn's idea,
I
yes.
don't get why they needed to be in costume because that just seemed
Enough with the
so,
costumes, right? Are
yeah.
you so over them? Yeah,
I'm
me
see
too. I'm like, I don't get it.
I get it. They wanted to add some zhuzh to the
Uh-huh.
episode, but I don't know. I don't care for Meredith. I don't like her. I don't like her. So,
No.
I did think it was mean. Like I think, you know, you guys don't like you guys think it's a silly gift, but you don't get to determine that, right? Like this
Yeah.
is something that meant something to her. It had sentimental value. It's like, what if I
Mhm.
throw your diamond bracelet into the ocean? Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you don't get to make that call. They would have had to catch these hands depending on how upset. Like Brittany was just so passive about it. She just kind of walked off, like, and they
Mhm.
laughed it off, like, oh, and it's not like, oh, it's just a plushie, right? You can pull it out the water, dry it off, and it's fine. It's like it's most
Mhm.
likely ruined because the voice box in it, so it's most likely ruined.
Yeah.
You guys don't get to determine if this is a silly gift or not, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and you never know, like, what if Brittany and Jared don't get back together or something, to the effect of, like, that couldn't be replaced. That's sort of like it's such a personal gift, right? You don't really wanna mess with that, so
Yeah. Like, God forbid
I
something happened to him, right? And it's like, this is my
yeah.
memory of him, and you guys threw it in the ocean because you think it's a silly gift. You think it's nonsense, but you don't get to, don't touch my shit. Like, don't touch my
No.
shit. Like, because if I touch your shit, we're going to have a problem. And it's like, as much as I like, Britney's not my favorite, it's like, I still just thought that was like so wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Too far.
Yeah.
And Brittany hasn't done anything too wrong. She is like obviously calling out some stories and bringing up some things, but we kind of need that to keep the story moving along. She's sort
Yeah.
of a necessary evil, so they can't really blame her for that sort of stuff. Everybody's
Yeah.
doing it, so
Yeah, and Meredith's
um,
reaction's making me think that there's some truth to it because you're honing in on it so much. You keep bringing it up. You won't let it go. That it's starting to make me think. Like originally, I wouldn't even believe a random TikTok if or there's no receipt attached. But your response to it's like there's definitely some smoke
yeah,
here. Because you're just it's hitting a nerve too bad. Like if it wasn't true, you'd be like, oh my god, like bullshit, like whatever.
yeah. I think she definitely knew it was true, and that's why her reaction was so big. Well, we didn't see too big of a reaction, but apparently it was a big one. But
Mhm.
we'll get into that. Obviously, they left. Anything else happen on the yacht? I
I
think
mean,
that
the
was about it.
morning breakfast, that morning breakfast
Oh, yes.
before they left was, like, the massive thing where Meredith's, like, turning her back on her
Yeah,
and calling her
and
a
putting her
pea
hair on her.
brain and
Yeah.
flipping her hair on her, like, mm, Meredith,
Yeah,
like, Brittany
it's
is better than
immature.
me because the things that Meredith are doing are warranting, like, a physical reaction, right? Like you're touching me, right? Like she's thrown
Mhm.
stuff at her. Now you're flipping your hair on her. You're like purposely trying to like agitate her. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's bitches get slapped for less. Like bitches
yeah,
get slapped for less. So it's like, wait, like who do you think you are to where you think you can throw stuff at me? You can throw my shit overboard. Now you're sitting here
mhm.
calling me names. You're flipping your hair at me. Like and I get it, like, you're talking about her family, you're talking about her husband, but it's like, okay, we can have a conversation about it, like, but this whatever you're doing is not
Mhm.
matching, like, the crime. It's just making you look more guilty, so
And what did you think of her being upset with Whitney, who didn't really do anything wrong, right? Like they have to film with each other. So if Brittany wants to say, "Look at this TikTok," she kind of has to like do that, right?
Yeah, I don't understand how it was Whitney's fault. I mean, Whitney kind of explained it away, like, "I did tell her, talk to her about it. I did tell her this," but it's like everybody tries to, like, place blame where it shouldn't go. We seen it on Potomac this week with Angel, like, getting mad at Jazzy was like, okay, the
Yeah.
angle is just very misdirected, but that breakfast
Hmm.
was chaotic, right? Because Meredith said, "Oh, I'm done with her, and if you guys aren't done with her too, then I'm done with you." And that's not
Yeah.
fair, right?
No.
Somebody called it out and was like, "We don't support that, just like we don't support gout dick." But you don't see none of us
Yes.
cutting Lisa off. Like, you can't dangle friendship over me like, "I'm not gonna talk to you if you guys talk to her." That's not how this works
Yeah.
out.
No, and there has been so much worse said. Like they said, the goat dick and the stuff between Bronwyn and Lisa, and neither of them are telling the group like pick one or the other. So over what Brittany has done is not really worth like cutting her out of the group. And they filmed together. They're on a show. So are they trying to tell? They're trying to like She's trying to get Brittany off of the show, which is not fair. That's something that they usually don't like when they do to each other. So at least they stood up to Meredith, and I was kind of surprised because I always feel like they don't really like Britney anyways, so
Yeah.
I was surprised by the reactions coming later, but yeah, they haven't done a good job of really standing up for Britney until that moment.
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, I think all of them are just kinda like, "Eh," like, this is, like,
Mhm.
in comparison to the shit that Lisa does or comparison to the things that get brought up in this group, this is nothing, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You saw a TikTok and said, "Your husband's cheating." Whose husband's not cheating? Whose husband
Yeah.
didn't have allegations of cheating? Like, it's
Yeah.
not as big of a deal as, like, Meredith is making it. None of the girls, like, have been talking about it. None of the girls have mentioned it. None of them's like, "Ooh, Meredith's man is cheating. He's trifling." Nobody even cares, honestly. The only person that
No.
Meredith. So it's not like Britney's little rumor, like, held any weight. Like, nobody even gave a fuck. Like,
No. Well, like I said, I don't even know if they're together. I don't even think they live in the same town. He works out of town. They've separated before. So it's not like they have this like solid marriage that Brittany's trying to poke a hole in. This isn't the first time that things like this have come up about her marriage. So
yeah,
yeah, her reaction was a little strange. She should have
yeah,
just said, "Is there a receipt? Is there proof?" No, some random person is just saying he's cheating. Well, come back to me when you have some proof. Like what happens with Bronwyn later. If there's some
yeah.
kind of well, I don't even know if that was proof, but something. I didn't see the TikTok though. Did you watch it?
The TikTok that
That they're
Whitney.
talking about?
No, they just kind of
No.
just what they've shown on the show and then, like, the voice of I didn't, like, go to that page to see if I could see
Yeah.
it.
It sounded like it was something to do with like a cab driver or Uber driver or something. Like he was
Yeah,
in a car with someone. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't think there's any receipts. So but her reaction is making us think she knows something that we don't know yet.
100%,
So
100%.
yeah. So then they packed up and couldn't get off that boat fast enough after that. So
Yes.
oh, did you see, Captain Jason did Watch What Happens Live, and he says he did not hook up with Heather, which is so embarrassing, and then she was on the night after, and she kinda laughed and was like, "No, we didn't." So, do you think he just doesn't want to admit it or she
I think
lied?
he doesn't wanna admit it, and she slipped. It was like a slip of the tongue, like, she knew she wasn't supposed to say it. It's something that they
Yeah.
probably agreed to take to their grave, and so now she's trying to backpedal.
Mm, I agree. Everyone is being like, "Oh, Heather's lying again," but I don't know. That would be very weird to lie about, right? It's more like we agreed to not tell anyone and I accidentally told, so now we're gonna say it didn't happen. That makes
Yeah,
no sense.
100%. Who just le I mean, girls don't typically do that. I know men lie on their penises all the time and say they had sex with all these women. Women don't tend to do that. So,
No.
that would be
Well,
very bizarre thing for her to do, but you never know.
they're both gonna be there this weekend, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for any touching, waist grabbing. We like to fill you guys in on that kind of tea. So,
I
but
feel like there's an energy between them, even when she said bye
yeah,
on the boat, like, there's an energy there.
I agree. And he's a hot commodity, so I wouldn't doubt if there's more than just Heather that he's hooked up with, but maybe we'll find out this
We're not
weekend.
here to
We'll see
start any
him.
rumors.
No.
We're that's just our opinion.
We'll get some receipts. Yeah. Everyone wants to hook up with him. So if Heather did, I'm sure everyone is very jealous. So,
Right.
I mean, he's single. You're single.
Not my
Not,
thing.
not. I
Not
was, I sent Ricky pictures of all the single Bravo men to see who she'd be interested in. And the only one she found cute, which broke my heart a little, was Craig from Southern Charm, which he
and
is a
I
very
had no
handsome guy.
idea who he was. I was like, "Who is this guy?"
He is a handsome guy, I'll give you that. I'm just like Team Page, so but you're
And
right.
I have no idea who
It's slim
that is.
picking.
So that's why I'm
No.
like, wait, did I pick somebody wrong? I picked the wrong guy.
No, everyone would agree with you. He is there is not a lot of hot single men on Bravo. Like they're all like it's obviously
Sure,
a
there's some hot
women-centered
single men
show.
in Vegas.
True.
Ashley's gonna be my really good wingman, actually.
Yes, I will be doing my best to help you. But yeah, not a lot to pick from at BravoCon. So I'll have to wait till after BravoCon
Yeah,
because that's mostly women. So
yeah.
um yeah, then they got on the plane and all hell broke loose
All hell broke
apparently.
loose when cameras were down yet again.
Again, they need to stop removing the cameras and the audio on transportation because that's when all the shit goes down. We need it in the vans, we need it in the golf carts, we need it on the planes.
I would
So
imagine that they can't do it on the plane because there's other
true.
people and they're not on a private jet. So they have, regular people who don't want to be filmed.
hmm And you know what's funny is people have been saying like, why didn't anyone record it? And that's so weird. None of the ladies picked up their phone. And then I saw Katie from the OC share it this morning and said something funny like, if I were there, I would have recorded it. And so we know that's been such a fight with Shannon and
Yeah.
Katie this season on the OC about Katie recording, which almost got her like off the show or did basically. So I guess that's the problem, right? Because we're all like, why wouldn't you guys record it? But then they're getting in trouble for recording each other. So we need to make it okay for them to record each other.
I think that they're getting in trouble for recording each other when it's private moments that are not during filming. I feel like
Yeah.
it should be a rule a rule amongst the ladies. If we're filming and cameras are down, whatever you can catch on your cell phone for the sake of the show, for the sake of production, not having cameras up, catch it if
Mm,
you can. Like, I feel like
yeah.
that's a fair rule. They know that they're in filming. They know that they're filming. They know that they're coming back from a trip and they're filming. They know that this is going to be a
hmm
big moment. Like, somebody should have captured
Yeah.
it for the sake of the audience. Like, they know that they have a hit show. They know that this is going to be a massive storyline. And
Yeah.
that should be a rule for production during any moments, right? When cameras are down, if something happens after hours, if something happens, try and catch it on your phone so that we have
Mm,
at least audio. Shit,
yeah.
like
Well, and people have pointed out because they showed the seating chart, right? And which was the first row like first class because only Angie was up there. I was like, what's that all about? But or maybe there was
no,
no
I
first
think the
class. So.
whole front area.
Oh, okay. I just saw like a divider. So I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
it's just Angie in first class. But people pointed out like production was probably on the plane or someone that works there, right? It was probably with them, sitting
They
near them.
probably
So
weren't in first class, and that's just
no,
me being honest.
in the back. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it couldn't have been that loud then. Obviously, the whole plane didn't hear, just their little area. So,
I'm
but Brittany's a recorder. So I wish she would have at least. But she's probably just scared to poke Meredith further, right?
And I don't know why, like, to me, Brittany did a really good job at, like, standing up to Meredith. Like, she did a really good job at standing up to her. She did a really good job at standing her ground. She's not cowering. She's not backing down. That's why I think it's so interesting that now all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah.
so sweet to me. Like, girl, turn around and oh my God, I wish a bitch would, like, grab my hair and shake my seat,
Right?
like, an air marshal would have been called on one of us because you know what I mean? Like, somebody would have heard because you're not gonna do all that and not expect
No.
them to react. So, that's why I'm like, what happened on the plane? Because everybody has such a different account of, like, what transpired. It's
Yeah.
like and so Heather and Mary are like, we were there. We heard it. But then and we saw it, but then Heather's already admitted to being asleep half the time, and then
Yeah.
Mary's admitted to being asleep half the time and having headphones on. So, what did happen?
I kind of feel like it's probably the truth is somewhere in the middle, right? Like, I definitely think Meredith was heated. She was probably yelling at Lisa, not at her, but like yelling and telling her how mad she was, but not directly yelling at Brittany. And definitely when she got up, she probably like shook the chair a little, but like, I don't know if it was like an hour of screaming like they're trying to make it seem or like pulling her hair on purpose. I think and like the wine spilling, it sounds like she kind of spilled it on Lisa, not actually like dumped it on Brittany. I think there's some exaggerating going on, but it was still like we've seen Meredith have these freakouts before. So it's not like weird for her, but I definitely think maybe it's been exaggerated like a tiny bit, or do you think
I
it's
don't
true?
know. I've
Mhm.
no idea. Like, I think I can see Lisa and Meredith talking about it, and, she's right in front of them, Brittany's right in front of them, so she's thinking they're talking loudly so that I hear. So,
Yeah.
I see how you can take that as heckling, and if Lisa's constantly like, "You fucked up, you did wrong, which she says she didn't do. She says she
Mhm.
didn't do, but Brittany's saying she did, Whitney's claiming she saw it. Heather and
Yeah.
Mary, they're asleep. You know what I mean? Like, they're asleep, they're
Mhm.
not paying attention. So, do I think it was, like, constant bad like, Heather, like, constantly talking I mean, not Heather, Meredith constantly
Meredith.
talking about it? Sure. Now, as far as the hair pulling, the shaking her chair, I think she probably did that when she got up, like, to be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I accidentally, when I got up, shook her seat." No, she
Yeah.
probably did it and then gave it an extra little, you know?
Yeah.
Pulling her hair, spilling the wine on her, like, that's all like, I'm picturing, like, them being behind her, leaning
Yeah.
over, pouring their drink, snatching her hair, poking her through the seat,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, my visual is like,
Well, what's bothering me is that they're acting like, they're coming for Meredith now and telling her how wrong it was and sympathizing with Brittany, like the scene with Heather and Brittany talking and Heather seems so worried about her. And it's like, you guys were right there and you said you heard all this. Why didn't somebody stand up and stop it or say something to Meredith or say, Brittany, trade me seats. This is ridiculous. Like
yeah,
do
that
something.
seems and
If it was
honestly,
as bad as they said,
first
you just did
class
nothing.
First class, you don't really need to grab onto someone's seat to get up. You're not in
No.
coach. You know what I mean? Like, if you
Yeah.
guys were in coach, yes, like, you a lot of space, like, grabbing the front of her seat's not necessary. You would really
No.
have to, like, be, like to, like,
Yeah.
spill wine on her or to grab her hair, like, so that's I'm like, "What happened?" And again, you're right, like, you guys thought that this was so bad, but nobody offered to trade her seats?
Yeah.
Nobody stepped in and said shit?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That's where I think it's getting exaggerated. Like, I think it was bad, but I think it was over to the point where, no one needed to step in, right? And now I think they're just, they know they're great at their jobs and they're great at making the show a big deal. So they know there's no proof. So they're like, let's just kind of talk this up a little. But I
Yeah.
still think what Meredith did was wrong. I'm sure she was really unkind to Brittany. But from what we've seen of Brittany, too, like you said, she stands up for herself. And I don't
Yeah.
imagine her sitting there and not saying a word back to Meredith, just sitting there quietly crying to herself and not even saying like, "Don't touch my chair," or like, "Don't touch my hair." She just took it and
Yeah.
said nothing. Does not seem like
Yeah, and
Brittany
I
to
do
us.
think that like, I mean, I do think, like, I did think to myself, like, "Okay, if she's causing this much of a scene and she's, reacting like this, they would have come over and asked her to keep it down multiple times. They would have
Yeah,
threatened to put her on a no-fly list. They would have maybe had an air marshal there ready to arrest her. Like, they would have threatened her in some capacity. They wouldn't have just come over to Brittany and been like, 'Are you okay?' If it was that
yeah,
bad, the flight attendants would have said, 'We're gonna move your seat.' You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I
There had
think it's exaggerated, and I do think that what happens is in some stories is, like, you it's not your lived experience, like, so it's like when you hear it, it's like little things come back, like when somebody's telling you a story and you're like, "I remember that, I remember that, I remember that," and then you somehow make it your experience, so now it's like Mary and Heather have talked to people who said that they saw this and heard this, so now it's like, "Oh, I saw and heard this too." So I don't know
yeah,
because the only people that are, like, we fully know what happened and we saw it is Whitney, because Bronwyn wasn't on the flight, you know?
No. No, and, like yeah, they were sleeping, and I don't know how you would sleep through it if it was as bad as they said, so something definitely not adding up to me.
Same.
I wonder if there had to be people in the row behind them, so they would not have seen all this
Well,
commotion,
they
nobody took
said
a
that
video.
that people were complaining, that the passengers were complaining, but I'm like, to what extent, you know? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, if any of them took a video and you listen to this podcast, send it to us, so
Yeah,
but
and
it
you
sounds
guys
like there's
let us
no proof.
know in the comments what you think happened. Do you think the ladies are exaggerating what happened, or do you think that Meredith was really, really that bad? Because I don't know, like, the stories are so different, and then it's like both of
Yeah.
them are like, you know, Heather and I mean, god damn it, Meredith and Lisa are so adamant that it didn't go down like this, and everybody else is adamant that it did go down like this. So and I think
Mm,
Brittany, knowing that the group doesn't really like her that much, she is milking this moment. She's like, she's gonna take this moment for all it's got, because she's like, finally, I have the ladies on my side. What did you
yeah.
think of Lisa and Heather's sit down? Because I really thought I like Heather. Like, I like Heather. Like, I feel like she's a real ass
Mhm.
bitch. Like, and this is just me as a first time watcher. You know, I
Yeah.
really feel like she tries to like hold Lisa accountable, all of the girls
Yeah.
accountable, really, and really
Mhm.
tries to have these like hard, honest conversations with her to say, this is where you went wrong. Take accountability, self reflect, like look at it from another lens. But
Yeah.
Lisa's very, very defensive.
She is, and I respect Heather for doing that to Lisa, but again, I'm like, why didn't you say something? If you are standing up to Lisa, why didn't you do something in the moment? If you sat there and watched this horrendous thing happening to Brittany and you're okay to confront Lisa, why didn't you say like stop it or move, come to this seat? That's the part where I don't. It's like you waited for the cameras to stand up for Brittany. You
Yeah,
didn't do it when no one was watching, which
yeah,
I find a little suspicious, but
yeah, for sure.
what did you think about Bronwyn and Whitney's open marriage chat? They just busted all their secrets wide open.
Yeah, they did and they didn't, right? I mean, Whitney busted her secrets way open. I said, "Oh, okay, period."
Uh-huh.
But Bronwyn was more of like they don't have an agreement and they're supposed to be in something monogamous, but if he was open to, exploring outside the marriage, like she would be okay with it. And I don't know, I couldn't pinpoint if Bronwyn actually meant this or if she's kind of doing this as a cover up for Todd, because now it's like,
Yeah.
okay, he was kissing someone. Now it's like he red-handed got caught looking at women on his phone. So is it a protection almost to be like, I would be okay with it. Like I wouldn't be mad at it to like kind of like take the
Uh-huh.
heat off of him a little bit.
But you know what's weird? I never heard about this Todd looking at women on a plane thing. And I feel like I'm pretty up on the Bravo news and I never heard about this. So Bronwyn brought it to the cameras for all of us to know when people didn't even know. So
But
I'm starting.
it's great. They like showed like it was in headlines.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't
they
know
they
how I
when
missed
they
it
when
then.
they, like, how they play clips back or whatever, like,
Yeah.
they showed that it was, like, in headlines and had I were there pictures of it? But no, 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 but they said that it was
There
in
was no proof, right? She
yeah,
said there was no yeah, so they don't know, like, who started it or
yeah, but she said that she believes it because they did know, like, they did know enough
yeah,
information, like, he was on this flight, he was going here, he was going
but
but
it
I
could
think,
be,
like,
like
usually when those go viral, somebody's, like, filming and you could
yeah,
see the screen, you know?
and that's what I'm thinking, did someone just see him on their flight and thought that'd be a funny thing to say? Because you could literally say that about anyone, and people believe it without receipts, like, take a picture of it so we can
Yeah,
have
or
a
the guy
receipt
read his
because
thread and he was texting a woman, like,
yeah, something. Cause I don't know, I feel like Bronwyn a lot of housewives will come on the show because they know they wanna get a divorce, and so they come on to get their own thing going, and then they get out of their marriage, and that's sorta what I feel like Bronwyn is doing at this point, which rightfully so. I don't think she should be married to Todd, but I feel like she's okay, like, even the whole kissing and farting thing, we still need to know what happened there. There's no specifics, like, there's no, like like, who was it? When was it? I feel like she sort of wants us to, because I told you last season, she said Todd cheated on her. Then by the end of the season, it was like he was texting someone from work, but it was a little bit more, like, friendly than it should have been. There was no actual cheating, but she's definitely, since she started on the show, been okay to show all of Todd's skeletons. She wants to make sure we know that he's not the best, you
Mhm,
know?
mhm.
And I kind of feel like apparently she's looking at divorce lawyers. She's been seeing with them. We see in the preview there's like some hints that they're getting a divorce. So I think she's not wanting to be with him. I don't think she actually wants an open marriage with him, but
Mhm,
I guess
mm.
we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I don't know. I couldn't pinpoint it. I was like, I mean, I don't know who out there wants to hook up with Todd. Like who like I no tea, no shade. But like I'm like, there's people out there that like want to be with him. Like I
The
mean,
money, I guess.
I guess. I mean,
I guess
unless
for
it's
money.
but okay, I guess you know, I guess they give money to I have no words. Actually, no fucking words. I guess they give money to their little teens because they know that they have to in order to get some teens, you know. So I don't know.
Yes.
But I think Whitney, you know, she said like she went through it with her husband, and basically like if she's out and she see a little something, she's allowed to as long as
Yeah.
she's open and he's allowed to do the same. So she was like, I don't want to start a rumor and say that I'm in an open marriage, but you didn't start a rumor. You told us all that you're basically in an open marriage, which more power to you, whatever floats your boat. How do you feel about that? Would you ever have an open marriage?
I don't know. Like, I don't think that it ever works out. Like, do you think it ever can be successful? I feel like it's sort of just a soft launch of a divorce, right? It's sort of like, let's see what else is out there. Let's test the waters. And maybe if you don't find anything better, you stay together. And I just don't,
No, because I think that a lot of and I don't know, hell, I'm not fucking married, but
yeah.
what I heard Whitney saying is like they're able to give in to their sexual desires with other people,
Uh-huh.
but not necessarily allowed to build emotional connections with other people. That's just what I took from it. Like, so that's
Yeah.
different. If you're going out and you're building a emotional connection with somebody and you're seeing them over and over and over and over again, as opposed to like
Just
I
once.
yeah, just once every like, whenever I see something that I want, like, Imma go ahead and do
Uh-huh.
that, and, like, my wife knows about it, and she's okay with that, but, like, you're not building an emotional connection and bond with somebody and, like, dating someone else. That,
Yeah.
I feel like, opens the doorway for, like, "Bitch, I'm outta here, I'm leaving," you know?
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
tricky
know.
because I maybe not all women, but I feel like for men that's a lot easier to do. Like just see someone, have sex with them, never talk to them again. I feel like women we want more of an emotional connection. You want to know someone. So I don't know that that would be appealing to me because I'm like I don't necessarily just want to be at the grocery store and be like I'll sleep with that person and never talk to them
Yeah.
again. Like that's not something
Yeah,
that
that's
interests me. So I don't get the appeal, but
yeah.
I think maybe if you do walk around being like I could just have sex with that person and never talk to them again, that would
That's
be
true.
appealing, I
Yeah, like
guess.
a
But
woman's likely to like meet a man, builds an emotional bond, and it might be
yeah.
like, I'm gonna leave you now, husband, because I like this guy. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't know how open marriages work. I'm not even fucking married to like be in one, but I know like some couples it works for them, you know, and
Mhm.
it makes them closer. I think I've watched a few TV shows about it where it's like they're like still super duper in love with each other. I feel like I'm a way too much of a jealous person to like
Yeah.
be able to deal with that, like, I'd be like go
Yeah.
crazy, like, knowing that my husband is, like, with someone else, like, I would literally, like, smoke would be
And
coming
that's
I'd
the
be
problem, right?
in windows, you know, like,
I
"What's going on?"
I think when you're really in love with someone and really into them, that would bother you too much. And I think when you've been in a long relationship or long marriage, that's why the open marriage works because you maybe not they're more of like a roommate or a partner in life, not like that person that you're like obsessed with and in love with, right? And
Yeah,
that's why it works. But
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I would have to hear from people who made it work and stayed together past it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not people
and
that are
what yeah,
actively doing it and say it works for us, but will it work in 10 years? I don't know. I like
yes, I
someone who
would like
did
to
it.
watch a documentary on it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah. People that, because what happens when you get older and maybe someone does still want to keep doing the open marriage and the other one doesn't, I guess you just get a hobby or something. I don't know,
Right,
but
because I would think at some point this is like, I would think at some point it gets old, or it
yeah.
like Whitney says, we've been together for 15 years and we got, to a place where it's complacent and you need something different and you know what I mean? So is it temporary until you guys get out of that? Is it forever? Is it like, I
Well,
don't know.
and what
What
if
are the fucking
you
rules? You know?
yeah. Yeah, because what if you that one person you see out and you do something with, that's, like, the best sex of your life? You're just gonna never see that person again and go back and not like, that just it feels like it just doesn't sound like it would work to me, but
Are you still having sex with your wife? Like, I don't get it. Because if you're still
yeah, and then
having
what
sex
if
with your
you
wife,
like
what do
it better with the randoms and then so you're just the second choice? I don't know. It just none of
it
it sounds like
there's
a
too
good
many
idea.
there's too many, like, I need Andy to ask Whitney on the reunion some specifics, okay? Because I need
Uh-huh.
to know.
Yeah, I definitely feel like in most cases, it's probably just the start of the end of the marriage, but it's like a way to get out of it. But
Mhm.
it probably works for some people. So,
Yeah.
but I just thought even where like that was fine what when you said, and if that works for them, great. But when she said, as soon as my kids are out of the house, basically like I'm done with this marriage once my kids are out of the house. So I thought that was a lot to say because her husband's older. And if
Mhm.
I were him and I heard that, I'd be like, well, damn, I should probably find another life partner before I get too old. Nobody wants me. So I don't know why he's
Yeah.
sticking around another 10 years because she's
Yeah.
obviously younger, hot. She could have anyone and he's just getting old. And so if you
Yeah.
know she's about to leave you in 5 years, why are you waiting for that? She
Yeah.
gave a lot of tea. So
She gave a lot of tea. I didn't know if she was
yeah.
saying she's gonna leave him when the kids are out or if she gonna fuck on everything once the kids are
Oh,
out.
maybe.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's not good.
No. Well, she
Eh,
said, "I'll invite you to my party," so I just assume she's gonna be single and having all these sex parties, but yeah, maybe he'll be around too. So,
yeah, Whitney,
good for her.
yeah, good for her. I'm like, these women surprise me. It's like
Yeah.
I would have never thought that with Whitney. Like she with it. So good for her.
Mhm.
Amen, Whitney.
We know she's about to have a good time this weekend then, so
Period. I know. I'm gonna keep my
yeah.
eyes peeled to see if she taking anybody back to her
Yes.
room.
I need to wear my glasses.
Put that out there, like, just in case you see me doing anything, just know. Just in case you see me on a plane looking at menses, just know my husband knows about it. Mind your business.
Oh my god, if we saw them, would you go up to him and ask him, like, "How do you feel about what when you said on this episode?" Like, would you be comfortable to go there or no?
Yeah, I'd probably ask her just so that it's
Yeah.
not I'd be like, "Hey, we heard you say on your episode, is this a prime example?" Like, you
Can we hook you up with someone? But yeah, there's lots of good questions to ask after this episode, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, if he's even there, I don't know if he'll be there, so
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. If I see Whitney,
all the women.
I'm definitely asking about this non-open open marriage. So
Yeah. We'll get some off the record tea that we'll just spill immediately here for you
yeah,
guys, so
for sure. For sure.
but I
Absolutely.
need to wear my glasses or I won't even be able to watch people and find out all the tea, so
Yeah,
you'll have
you
to
have
tell me.
to just have them in your bag and just
Hold them out.
yeah, yeah. I'll bring you a pair of contacts. Hopefully we're the same.
I need to get on the contact game, seriously, I do.
That's
Well,
funny.
any other thoughts about this episode?
No, but I'm excited for everybody to hear our Mary interview. If you guys are listening to it on audio only, we highly recommend you maybe watching the video because there's a lot of laughing. There's a lot of like in between girl talk and comments. That's not really like question answer question answer. It's a lot of
Yes.
tree.
It was. She was so much fun, and we were so sad because we were on a bit she had a bit of a time limit, but we probably could have talked to her for, like, 2 hours. So I wish we coulda had longer with her, but we still got all of our questions done, so we got to all the tea, but we she's so fun to talk to, so I'm excited to see her at BravoCon.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, well, stick around. Mary will be up next, and we got lots of other episodes out right now. Potomac, Orange County, Squid Games we're covering. We did Selling Sunset, Love is Blind, so check those out and stay tuned for Mary. Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Today we have the absolutely iconic, gorgeous Mary Cosby from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So thank you so much for being here with us today, Mary.
Thank you for having me.
One of my favorite parts of the show is your iconic one-liners. You are so hilarious and you make every episode iconic. So when did you realize that you're so funny, and do you have a favorite out of all of your one-liners?
When did I realize?
Yeah, when did you realize that you're hilarious, or have you just always been so funny and always have your friends cracking up?
I don't think I'm funny. So I've never realized it. I don't think it. I try not to overthink it. I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
And like if something sticks out that's not normal, I'm like, is that normal? Or is that just me? So I'm not trying to be funny, which I think makes it more funny. And I'm just being myself, which makes it hysterical. Because I'm really in it. Like I just couldn't imagine him farting. Like, okay, we could move. Like,
you say exactly what we're thinking, and you're so genuine, and the audience connects to that. Like you do not hold back, and you're really that voice of like we're all thinking it. Mary said it, thankfully. So
I hope so. Thank you.
Yes.
Literally, when you said, like, I don't know what's worse, like him kissing another woman or like farting while he's doing it.
I don't. I still don't. I laughed so hard at that. I cried. I didn't even remember saying that, but I laughed at myself so hard because I thought when I said, it's almost like I asked the question and then in my mind, I resolved it and I came to an answer and I was like, oh, something's wrong. I laughed so hard at that. I don't know what made me say that, but I think Bronwyn's mad at me right now for that.
Oh, no,
I
but I
know.
think it was valid because I literally had to take a moment and pause the TV and just bust up laughing because I was like, you're right. You're absolutely right. I don't know which one I'm more mortified about, the fart or
I don't either. Like I told my husband, I was like, if you stepped out on me, I would hope that, because they don't ever leave their wife. They love they're gonna come back to the wife. I don't for some reason. And so I said, if you stepped out on me, I would hope that they would say, oh, Mary has a really good husband, not come back and say, oh, he's farting the whole time. Like, how is that even enjoyable? Like, no.
Right?
Yeah, so that I know that's my mindset, but I'm sure it's weird.
We agree.
If you're gonna cheat, don't embarrass me. Don't double embarrass me now. Don't double embarrass me now.
Right?
Make me look good. Okay.
I love that. That's how I think.
So,
please don't go over there farting.
Please don't go over there farting. Let them know I'm working with the winner, okay?
Oh my God. This is bad. This is bad.
Okay, yeah, I don't think this is gonna help you with Bronwyn at all. Sorry, Bronwyn.
Thank you.
We're laughing at you, not you.
I appreciate it.
We're laughing at him, not you, girl. Not you.
I know.
Yeah. So speaking of friendships, this season we saw you have a little argument with Angie, and you guys have such a sweet friendship. We did see you make up, and you're a fantastic friend, staying with her on the yacht and everything. I feel like we friend the same Mary, actually. So can you just tell us a little bit about that disagreement with Angie, how you guys were able to move forward, and where you guys stand now?
Well, I just feel like that she got really into, she just kind of got caught up into the moment and just got really emotional, got really defensive, and then she kind of turned around and pointed it at me, like as if I was doing something, because I was trying to tell Lisa, go over there and make it right. Just go over there and like, people love to see a good ending. Like, we need to see you guys make up and get it together. And I was trying to tell Lisa that, and then Angie gets mad at me for doing it, and then I wanted to stay mad, but I couldn't. And I went to her house and we got together, and now we're really good. So now we're good. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes those little fights make you guys stronger, make friendships stronger.
Yeah. So. And you have to be real, and I think that being real in a relationship, it sets boundaries, and it actually lets people know, I'm not going to take this off of you. Like, you need to treat me like I treat you. And that's how I was feeling. I was feeling one-sided. And I feel like she got that. And once she got it, we were able to move forward.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's what a true friend does, right? They let you
Mhm.
know when you're out of line.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
I
we
love
saw
that.
you we saw you do that in the most recent episode with Lisa and Meredith, where you were trying to explain to Meredith why Lisa was upset and that she feels like you don't take up for her. And then we also heard Bronwyn say on Watch What Happens Live that you recently did a three-way call with her and Angie, trying to mediate a situation going on there. So
Yeah.
you're kind of like the mediator of the group. Do you like that role, or do you wish you could just kind of stay out of their mess sometimes?
No, I like fixing things. I like to, I
Yeah.
mean, we have to work together. We have to be friends. We have to get along. You know, at some point we have to be cordial with each other and we have to push the plot forward. And I feel like
Yeah.
if we don't, then it just becomes stagnant and boring. So I
Yes.
make sure that I care about the show like it's my kid or like my baby. So I try to make sure that these women participate and
Yeah.
stop being so
Yeah.
angry all the time. It's not
Yeah.
it's not that serious. You know, we can
Yeah.
all but I mean the fights are necessary.
Mhm.
But they should be necessary because you're really telling your true feelings. You're really hurt about something that someone else did. Not try and hurt each other, keep hurting each other, saying things to fight. I don't do that. I don't do disputes.
Mhm.
I just say what I need to say and hopefully I shut you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of shutting up, you shut up, Meredith, when you're like, I think you're boring. I think you're boring. She had nothing else to say. Do you still think she's boring, or?
She's not boring like that. Like I mean,
Okay.
in that moment, she was in that
Mhm.
moment. She
Okay.
because and the way she came, I mean, I feel like she asked for it, so I gave it to her. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say all that. But she's like, well, what do you want me to do, Mary? And I was like, let me tell you what I really want. You know, and it
Yeah.
don't ask for it because I will. Yeah, I will definitely. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I will. But I love Meredith. I hope that
Yeah.
she gets some peace
Okay.
and you know and is able to recover because this season is
A lot.
it's yeah and we're starting to get into her side of things and
Oh, okay.
you guys will see and it's really good. It's so
Oh.
good. It's
Oh,
so
I
good.
can't wait. I can't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, Whitney kind of like hinted it to us. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
It's good. Yeah.
How is your church passion project going? Is it finished yet?
Yeah, it's good. Yes,
Oh, okay. It's all
finished.
done.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes, it's
perfect.
done. Thank goodness. Yep,
Amazing.
yep. You'll see. You'll see. It's done. So
Okay.
it's ready. Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. That made me
Yes.
happy.
So
Thank you. Yeah.
we saw you on the last the last reunion. You said that you only liked Angie and Meredith. So going into this reunion, do you feel the same, or have you warmed up to the
No,
other
I
ladies?
love everyone now.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love everyone. Yeah.
Even Brittany?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
She said you're starting to like her.
I'm more. I do like Brittany now. Like I mean, I don't know if I like her. My heart goes out to her now because I feel like there's some things that are a little short that she needs to measure up and stand up and just take her own, take accountability and just take just like figure it out. But you have to have a good relationship, healthy relationship with your kids. That is
Yeah.
so important. And I just yeah, the what we heard and I thought like she did a great job taking it from what her daughter said. Her daughter was excellent. She was phenomenal. I was so proud of her. She
Yeah.
did a
Yeah.
beautiful job.
Yeah.
And it just made me like her after that
Yeah.
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I've seen realness and I seen vulnerability
Yeah.
and I seen, and I'm not what I'm saying was like, Brittany, you need some soul searching. And I wasn't
Yeah.
wrong. She really does.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
made me feel
speaking
better
of-
and it made me feel like I'm not talking out the side of my neck,
Yeah.
And I meant that. And clearly
Yes.
it was the truth. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it made me softer to her.
Yeah. So, me too.
Mhm.
Me too, as a
Mhm.
viewer, for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm. Same.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
needed a little advice, and you are such a great mom. I have two little boys, so
Aw.
watching your
Oh, you
relationship
do?
with your son,
You do not look
yeah.
like a mom. I thought you were like
Oh.
18.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm up there. I'm in my 40s, so I'm getting up there.
That is
so.
not up there. Are you kidding? That's
You're
so
right.
young.
You're right. You're right. It's
Enjoy
all
it.
relative, right?
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. It goes
It's
so
so
fast
true.
too.
Yes, well, thank you so much.
I love
And
boys, boy mom.
yes, I love watching you share your relationship with your son. It means a
Thank
lot
you.
to the viewers to get to
Thank
see
you.
that. And so we really appreciate you sharing that. And thank you so much for being here with us. We had a great time chatting with you.
Thank you
Real
for having me.
Housewives. Yeah, we had a blast. And Real Housewives of Salt Lake City airs on Hey You on Tuesday nights. And thank you so much, Mary. We
Thank you,
cannot wait to
Mary.
see the rest of the season. We heard it's going to be one for the books.
It's
So
so
we're so
good.
excited.
So good. Just gets better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank